Today we're diving back into Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron series. This is the launch edition of Boba Fett's starship, aka Slave1. Welcome back to QC Comics, everyone. Today we've got a good one. This is something I have wanted for a while, ever since it was announced. They finally started hitting stores. I saw everyone else getting them. And I just realized I was coming up on my 100th video, which is actually this video right here. And I knew I wanted something that was special to me, something that I really enjoyed to unbox for my 100th video. I considered doing a giveaway, but I'm pretty close to 300 subscribers. So I think I'm going to hold off. Once I hit 300, I'm going to go through some stuff. We're going to do some sort of giveaway. Anyway, for today's video, for my 100th video, we've got, of course, Boba Fett's starship, aka Slave1, from the Micro Galaxy Squadron series. And as mentioned, I've been collecting some of these. I haven't gotten in all of them yet. I've seen the Millennium Falcon, and I actually was going to get the Razor Crest. I went back to get it, and then I saw two of these on the shelf. I do plan on getting the Razor Crest. I do plan on getting the Millennium Falcon, but this was a must-have first. Of course, here on the back of the package, you get this really cool, kind of almost blueprint-esque version of Slave1, kind of showcasing everything that it can do, with opening windows and things move, and, you know, the docking bay slides open there. And then you get some previews for the Light Armor class, Starfighter class, and the Starship class, which this falls into. Some more kind of instructions there on the side. And yeah, let's dive right into this, as I've spent a minute and a half talking. And yeah, I'm not returning this, so it's fine. We're just gonna not be too careful with it here. I did kind of look, I saw some people complain, or not necessarily complain, but commented that their wings didn't look that flush. So I took a good look at both of them that were on the shelf. There was two, as I mentioned. And yeah, I didn't see a difference between the two. So I just kind of went with the first one there. There's a better look at the artwork that's on the inside of the box now that we've removed the ship. But they got the Razor Crest. We're Slave1 on this one. Got the Razor Crest back there. Anyway. So, before we unbox this glorious ship, the only Star Wars ship that I will collect any size of, we do have two figures to put inside. And this is coming from the newest version of the character. So, of course, we've got the newest version of Boba Fett, along with his newest confidant, Fennec Shand. And these usually don't have the best detail, but I gotta say, that Boba Fett looks pretty good. And Fennec is not too bad herself. So very cool. Two figures, happy to have them together. Oh, let's get Slave1 out of here. Oh man, I just do not want to pull these wings off. That actually made me legit nervous. Okay, so let's take a look at the paint applications and the details here before we start moving wings and things. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Wings and things. That's probably the name of a chicken joint somewhere. Anyway, the paint applications look pretty darn good. I mean, they have looked pretty good on most of these figures, or not really figures, but starships here. And this is no exception. Actually, I think this is the best to date. For something that is $30, this is a really nice looking ship. All the exterior details are there. Paint looks like it should, worn off in the right spots. Solid where it should be. As mentioned, the guns will angle up and down depending on how you want to display it. Or, you know, if you're doing photos. This, I imagine, yep, just slides right down. So that is pretty cool there. That looks like it opens. I am not sure how just yet. This is my first time playing with it, and I actually haven't watched any reviews or anyone else's stuff because I just, I was kind of jealous that other people had it and I did not. As the wings move, the cockpit inside moves there. This will open right up and this will move. Actually, you know, I did see something somewhere that there was something you press on here. I think it was like a YouTube short that will lock the wings into place because people were complaining that this doesn't lock and it will kind of free flow as you go, which I'm okay with that. Because depending on, you know, where you want it displayed, you would presumably want the wings up, or if it's down, you'd want the wings down. I'll have to kind of play around with it. It does look like inside there is a way to lock this. As I said, there was something where somebody like pressed on the inside of there or something, and it actually locked it. But like I said, I'm not overly concerned with it, to be honest. Yeah. I'm very happy with this. I think it looks great. The details are great. This opens here, so you get inside with the weapons storage there. You could also pose your figures there if you were doing photos with it on the side, or you were just setting it up on the side. So you do have that. And that should, yep, just clicks closed. Top clicks closed. This will click closed. Take a look at the back here. And I saw some people, you know, much handier than I, actually painting some of these details back there. And it does look pretty cool when you go in and actually detail some of this stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it as is. I am perfectly fine with the ship as it comes out of the box. But, you know, if you did want to do that, and of course the flap pops down there and you've got your seismic charge. And I've seen, like I said, I think one of the pictures specifically removed this and then had that painted up in the appropriate colors. It did look pretty cool. I'm not that handy. Maybe if I were to get a second one of these, I could do some tests on it and try my luck at painting. But anyway, let's set this guy down. Let's do our final thoughts and grade. Wrap up this video. Okay, so there we've got Slave1 set up, ready to go. What do we think? Well, to me, it's definitely my favorite of the starships of the new Micro Galaxy Squadron series. I think not only the detail, but the paint applications, everything about it is very functional. I did figure out, I'm not sure if this will open by just pulling it, you know, maybe if you have longer fingernails than I. However, I just pop this open, push that, and it opens up. And then that'll shut. That will go back up. And then that clicks closed. Bada bing, bada boom. I will say the only real issue I had, and maybe somebody in the comments, if you would be so kind, and tell me how you managed to fit Boba Fett in here. Because you can see where he would sit in the seat. However, when you try to push his legs through there, he just kept getting stuck. The legs would straighten up. He wouldn't push down. So for the time being, I have him sitting with Fennec in the back, which is perfectly fine. They sit side by side in the show quite a bit. But for photography purposes, I would like to have Boba Fett sitting up front. Now, I imagine it's just going to take some tinkering in between video clips here. I gave it a minute or two trying to push him in. The legs kept going straight down, or as they were trying to go in, the back would flatten, and I was afraid I was going to break that little figure trying to get him in there. So I didn't want to force it. So anyway, he's in the back. That is not really a concern for me. It's not a knock on the Starship. I'm very happy to have this. Finally, a ship that all of my Slave1s are the old Black Series that are about that big, or the Vintage Collection, which is massive. Neither one really kind of lends itself to dynamic photography, at least for me. The Vintage Collection is just too big, and I spent too much money on it. I don't want to accidentally have it fall over. It's great if I'm doing photography, you know, and it's sitting on its side or on its back. But, you know, I wanted something that I could, you know, pop up and have kind of swooping down, maybe throw some scenery. And this is going to work perfect. It is detailed enough. It looks fantastic. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I could not quite figure out how to get this to lock, as somebody mentioned. But like I said, these will go with how the ship is angled. And they'll sit flat or they'll go up. So I'm not overly concerned with that. I think it is just fine the way it is. It does feel a little bit loose, but it functions as it should. So yeah, I can't knock it for that. For me, this is definitely a 10 out of 10 as far as the Micro Galaxy Squadron series goes. I think I'm going to really like the Razor Crest when I get my hands on that. And I think I'm going to like that Millennium Falcon as well. You can call it a bias if you want, but anything Boba Fett or Slave1 is usually some of my favorite stuff in the collection. So I am more than excited to add this to said collection. Anyway, has your Walmart stocked these yet? Did you have to go online to pick one up? Do you have it? Are you waiting to get one? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'll have more videos coming later in the week, so keep an eye out for those. And again, this was my 100th video, so anybody that watches it, thank you so much. Whether it gets 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 views, doesn't matter to me. I do these for fun. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm happy there's some people out there that enjoy watching it. So thank you very much, and keep an eye out for my 300 subscriber giveaway. I'm not sure what it'll be yet, but I'm going to dig through the boxes and see what we got that might make a fan happy. So thank you again so much. Take care. We'll see you next time.